Mabuhay sa mga kapwa ko Pilipino. Ni hao to all our Chinese friends. Salamat pagi to our friends from Indonesia. Swaste to our friends in Cambodia. And Minglaba to our friends from Myanmar. Welcome to this momentous event in Avita, Philippines. I am Padet Kiblat, the trailblazing stay-at-home mom from Mindanao, Philippines, your host this afternoon. And welcome to the launching of this revolutionary product called NGF from Avita. Before we begin, let me call one of the leaders in Avita Philippines and the very energetic and inspiring director of this event to lead us with the opening prayer. Betsy?
Welcome, everyone, and thank you for joining us. And I'm so glad that you could be here with us today in this launching. So with that, let us bow our heads. Lord, we thank you for loving each of us. We ask that you continue to shower your graces upon us and protect us and our families from this pandemic. We ask that you grant us the greater healing that we need, not for our sake, but for the sake of others. Help us to be a blessing to others and to be a better person today than yesterday. In Jesus' name, amen. Thank you very much, everyone.
Amen. Thank you so much, Betsy. Before we begin, I'd like to give everyone a few reminders. Just three, very simple. Number one, please remain muted during the program. Number two, the sharings from our guests are for internal use only. Let me repeat that. The sharings from our guests are for internal use only. So please do not post it on social media. And number three, sit back, relax, and allow us to take you to your very own NGF story. Yes, today is a very exciting day, not just for the Philippines, but for all of you watching us live from wherever you are. Today is the day when your life could change because of this premium product. And we are blessed because one of the pillars of Avita will share with us how this NGF works. After which, you will also hear real life stories of real people who have experienced miracles from this product. There is much to look forward to this afternoon, so please stay with us until the very end for very important and exciting announcements. Avita Philippines has very grand surprises in store for you. But before that, I would like to introduce to you the person behind Avita and all its products with a very special message for all of us. She is a visionary whose idea of change is to give a better life and a better world, an equal opportunity for all. One of her attributes that inspires me to be a better person every day is the way she teaches us to appreciate life because it is a gift. Friends, please help me welcome the founder and the CEO of Avita, Miss Lee Shang-yin.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to NGF official launch in Manila. I want to extend my most sincere congratulations to all of you. I wish the NGF sales will be very successful in the Philippines. 亲爱的阿维他家族伙伴们，大家好！今天是个值得庆祝的日子，我们期待已久的 NGF 在菲律宾正式上市了。NGF 是帮助人们修复自主神经的优良健康产品，也是阿比塔品牌里快速上升的明星产品之一。NGF 将帮助许多有症状的老人及小孩子，帮助他们修复他们的自主神经，快速地让他们恢复正常的生活。同时，它也帮助许多健康的人，让他们有更加优质的睡眠，也帮助他们 有更加良好的大脑记忆。当全世界笼罩在 COVID-19 的阴影下，各行各业百业萧条，经济衰退，在这个时候，我相信 NGF 的推出能够带给您很大的惊喜。它将让你保护你一家老少的健康，同时也让你增加收入，改变你一家人的生活。伙伴们，让阿维塔帮助你完成你许多的人生的梦想。Congratulations again to Avita Philippines.
Wow, thank you, Miss Lee. Beautiful words from our equally beautiful Miss Lee. You know, every time I see Miss Lee, I am always in awe of her humility and sincere love for all the Avita associates. Hopefully, we will see you, Miss Lee, very soon once travel restrictions have been lifted. We all look forward to see you once again. So, our speaker this afternoon is one of the pillars of Avita. He is instrumental in the culture of excellence among all distributors. And in fact, he institutionalized the Avita education system to ensure the professionalism of all its business partners. He's a leader whom we all look up to. And in Filipino lingo, we say, sana all katulad niya. He will share with us why and how NGF is the next big thing. Without much further ado, please help me welcome Pearl Ambassador Alvin Yong. Alvin, take it away.
Thank you. Thank you very much for that, for your very kind introductions. Mabuhay and a very, very good day to everyone from across the whole world. It is indeed my honor to deliver the keynote for the launch of Avita's NGF in the Philippines today. Now, it has taken many, many months of hard work by the company as well as many authorities in the Philippines. So we are so excited today that NGF is now finally officially made available to the millions of people in the Philippines. Now, today is an important milestone event for Avita Philippines. Now, in my talk today, you will find out how the fast aging world will impact you, your parents, your children, your entire family, and how NGF can safeguard everyone's wellness. Now, but first, let me introduce to you our company, all right? Now, Avita is a Singapore wellness company born in the year of 2007. It is headquartered in Singapore, and we are a pan-Asian distribution network spanning 14 countries with a market size of 2 billion people. NGF is one of many, many cutting-edge wellness solutions under the Avita brand. NGF was first actually launched in Singapore 3 years ago in 2017. Since then, it has provided life-changing benefits to thousands and thousands of people. We have actually invited some of them who will be sharing their story later this afternoon. Now, I'm sure you all are aware that we live in a fast-aging world today. Now, let us try to understand better what it really means for people like you, for me, and our parents, our children's generations. Now, this chart that you see here is based on the latest United Nations World Population Statistics, published just last year in 2019. Globally, you see that the population of age 65 and above is growing faster than all other age groups. Simply put, there are fewer and fewer children born over the years. And if you pay attention to this chart, the triangular colorful chart as it progresses through the year from 1990 to 2050, you'll see the base where there's the young people shrinking, while the top where the old people are becoming more and fatter. So pay attention to the triangle now as we click. Now you see that in 2019, 1 out of 11 people were 65 or older. And in just 30 years from now, in 2050, 1 in 6 will be 65 or older. And scarily, in Asia, the situation is even more grim. Now, for many of us in Southeast Asia, it will be 1 in 5, while in Northeast Asia, which includes Japan, it will be 1 in 3. And what it means is that for all of you in the Zoom session now, if I count 1, 2, the third one will be 65. 1, 2, the third one will be another 65. What it means is that it's a society is going to be filled with many more older folks. And with that, we will admittedly see a far bigger proportions of age-related degenerations, including neurodegenerative sufferers. And coupled with the fact that our modern lifespan is getting longer every year, many of us will live to a ripe old 100 years life. However, a longer life does not equal to a longer, healthier life. In fact, based on research, based on trend, and as well as many governments' projection, most people would suffer more years battling diseases, wheelchair-bound lifestyle, and needing caregivers in their later years. Now, 2050 is only 3 decades away from now. So it's a future that many of us will share and will be living together. Question is, how do you intend for your life to pan out? How will fast aging plus long life impact you? Now, let me illustrate with a fast aging Singapore scenario. Back in the 1970s, we had 13.5 working adults to support every elderly Singapore citizen. Now, that number keeps shrinking over the years. And by 2030, which is only 10 years from now, we are going to have only 2 working adults supporting each elderly. 2 working adults, 2 paying taxes to sustain healthcare, welfare, and everything else. Therefore, if you intend to live a good, long, productive life, you better do 3 things. 1, be healthy in your mind and in your body. Start early. Start yesterday. And if you have not, start today. Very critically, be mentally healthy. Don't ever lose your mind. Your mental and your physical wellness will be your most important assets to live a happy 100-year life. 2, be financially independent. Find a way to earn and save up enough millions while you're still young so that you can have total financial freedom for retirement. Actually, a better strategy would be to build up passive income sources from having a business and various investments so that you can have income flowing in passively. Now, 3, in case you think you can depend on the government to look after you, I suggest you throw the idea out the window now. Governments the world over will be having a big headache where to collect enough taxes. Moreover, governments all over the world are now currently digging deep into their reserve to survive the COVID-19 pandemic. Forget also about counting on your children. They have enough headache fending for their own lives, living in an ever-increasing disruptive future world. Now, we all know pretty well what aging will do to our mind and to our body. Now, as we age, our body and mind will degenerate faster than they can regenerate. So mentally, the first sign could be memory loss. Then there could be sign of dementia, Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's disease. Stroke is another very common illness now that strikes not only the elderly, but also the premature aging adults. Same goes for depression, autism, epilepsy. Now, collectively, these are called neurodegeneration illnesses. What is really scary is that they have no cure. You can only care for the sufferer. There are no treatments that will reverse their condition back to normal. And unlike terminal diseases like cancer, These neurodegenerative illnesses may not kill you instantly. They can drag on for years, for decades even. They are long-term burdens, both financially, emotionally, for the entire family. The Lancet reported that neurological disorder are the leading cause of disability and death in the whole wide world today. The burden has increased substantially over a 25-year period from 1990 to 2015. So you can imagine how much more this burden will grow for the next 20 to 30, 40 years and will impact every family, including yours, including mine, including every government across the whole wide world. So now I'm seeing quite a lot of worried faces amongst you. I'm sorry for the heavy and scary information, but I've got good news for you too. So would you be interested to know how to prevent neurodegeneration? Yeah, if yes, type a yes in the chat or indicate a thumbs up reaction. Let me have a look. Yes? Yes? Yes. Wow. Okay. Okay, since there are so many yes, I will tell you the good news. Yes, the good news is that you can indeed prevent and slow down neurodegenerations. Now, let's get into the microscopic world of the neurons and get to learn a thing or two about them. How about that? They are all inside you, yeah? Neurons are cells within your nervous system that are responsible for transmitting information in the form of electrical signals to other nerve cells, muscle cells, gland cells in our body. Now, we are all born with about 100 billion neurons. Neurons are like wirings, you can see in the picture, that covers our entire body. And there are lots and lots and lots of it in our brain. Now, if we stretch out and line up all your neurons and put it in a straight line, they will stretch to 1,000 kilometers long. Imagine the height of 3 Eiffel Towers. Amazing, right? So many neurons inside you, working non-stop, 24/7, serving you. Now, give yourself a hug and say, I love you to all your neurons now. Yeah? But unlike most of the cells in our body that regenerate over our entire lifetime, for example, our nails, our hair, our blood cell, our bone cell, etc., neurons are considered specialized cells. They don't regenerate easily. Therefore, when they get damaged or they die, we'll develop neurological disorder. Neurons' function is signaling. You can imagine neurons are like electrical wiring in our home that connects the switches to the fan, to the light bulb. In our body, neurons are critical for the functioning of our autonomic nervous system. As you can see in this picture, the brain, the spinal cord rely on an extensive network of neurons throughout our entire body for the control of all our glands, our muscle, our organs that are involved with heart rate, digestion, respiration, urination, even sexual arousal. In other words, even if your organs are healthy, their proper functioning in your body still depends on whether the neurons are working or not. Now, neurons do get damaged and they do die. Now, besides age-related degenerations, some other causes will include medications, long-term medication especially, alcohol, drug abuse, accident, highly stressed lifestyle, and diseases like stroke. Neurons can be degenerating and they can be dying inside you as we speak right now. Question is, what can we do about it? Now, the smartest thing to do is to first decide that you're going to live a joyful, prosperous, long life. And then second, get yourself prepared to live that life. Now, you must do everything you can to prevent and slow down neurodegeneration so as to age gracefully, healthily, And you should take immediate step to ensure that your parents, should they still be alive, to enjoy that same. A must-have prerequisite for a healthy, good, long life is a healthy mind. Now, without that, you're lost to this world. You're lost to all your loved ones. You become a totally dependent and a burden to your family and to your country. NGF is your solutions for neurodegeneration, for neuro maintenance, and for brain detox. You see, a perfectly healthy brain has its own immune system that kills off all the neurotoxins and then get rid of them. However, research shows that as we age, that function degrades over time. And by the time we reach 60 years old, the brain would have accumulated a fair amount of neurotoxins swimming around inside. Now, imagine your own home, accumulating rubbish all over. You living in it, surely you will get sick, right? That's also how the neuron will get sick. In a brain filled with rubbish. Now, thankfully, NGF has the ability to awaken our brain function to detox itself of all this rubbish. So it's really critical to have a clean and a healthy brain. NGF, short for Natural Growth Factors, is an all-natural health supplement that was researched and developed in Singapore. It supports brain detox, maintenance and regeneration of neurons, and therefore supports our autonomic nervous system. Its main active ingredients is premium bird nest extracts. Wait, bird nest? I hear some of you asking, how is bird nest from this small little bird related to a human neuron? Will it make us bird brain? Of course not. Now, let us learn some secret behind bird nests. Now, research from the National University of Singapore found that bird nest is actually a superfood for human. It contains a much higher concentration of amino acid than other highly nutritious foods such as milk, egg yolk, and even infant formula. Now, amino acids are the basic building blocks of proteins, peptides, and all kinds of biomolecules. Now, when you have a higher variety and a larger quantity of this amino acid in bird nest, you have a bigger variety and quantity of neuropeptides in NGF to support your autonomic nervous system. Now, in the same study, also found that bird nest has a much higher concentration of monosaccharides. Well, big word, but basically these are simple sugars. They are really, really important building material for many things in our body, and specifically for the receptor in the nerve cells. You see, when you have healthy receptor, it means healthy transmission and healthy neurons in our body system. And a further exciting breakthrough was achieved through an independent clinical study held at the Bioprocessing Technology Institute. Now, that's a national research institute in Singapore under the Agency for Science, Technology and Research for Singapore. In short, the A*STAR. It shows that NGF active ingredient is able to stimulate neuron to actually regenerate themselves. Now, this is a really exciting breakthrough news, isn't it? Because it means that now we have a chance of repairing and replacing damaged neurons in our body. Now, these microscopic images show the positive effect of NGF ingredients on normal nerve cells, as well as that of Parkinson's disease nerve cells. You can see that after 48 hours only, it's evident that the cellular connection already shows signs of improvement. NGF offers all of us a neuroprotective function there. Now, in the same clinical study, the scientists compared the effectiveness of applying 4 different growth factors alongside a control of no growth factor over a 3-week period. Now, the first one in blue, you could see in the picture, was the medical gold standard. In other words, it's a medicine. While the third in light green was an NGF ingredient. Now, it is clear from the graph that NGF performed almost as well as a medical gold standard, even though NGF is only a food supplement that everybody can consume on a daily basis for preventive care. While the medical gold standard can only be administered by a doctor as medicine to patients who have already suffering from neurodegenerative diseases. Now, you all agree, prevention is always better than what? Cure. That's right. Now, these microscopic images here illustrate more clearly, okay, what the graph actually said. You can see how the nerve cells have regenerated in numbers and proliferated over a 3-week period into a very densely and well-connected nerve network. Now, the NGF case was almost comparable to the medical gold standard one. Now, this is a significant breakthrough. With NGF, we can take an early preventive care approach to preventing, delaying the onset of neurodegenerative disorder. For the mild sufferers, NGF may even be able to slow down the debilitating diseases. NGF is very carefully formulated with a whole selection of natural ingredients that work in a very synergistic manner. You can see in the slides here that purple choke berry improves our own natural production of insulin. Sage extract is known for boosting cognitive development and immunity. Bacopa enhances our memory, very important. Nattokinase is good for the heart. And finally, beta-glucan strengthens our immune system, very important for the COVID-19 situation that we are all in now. NGF is a specialized food supplement. It has a potency on nerve cells maintenance, regeneration, and brain detox that I mentioned. Now, given that neurons are specialized cells and are very, very, very difficult to regenerate, it is critical to start taking NGF early to support a healthy replacement through continuous cellular regeneration, rather than to start NGF only upon suffering a neurodegenerative disorder. NGF is suitable for everyone, regardless of age, young, old, man, woman. To summarize, NGF has the following key benefits for you and I. 1, NGF improves our overall brain function. It helps with our memory and sharpness. 2, NGF prevents and slows down neurodegenerative diseases, the main topic of today. 3, NGF is helpful for various forms of autoimmune diseases because many of such ailments are caused by signaling problem in our nervous system actually. And 4, NGF is helpful in upregulating our immune system to counter viral infection of all kinds. Now, it's especially helpful for all of us now during the current COVID-19 pandemic situations. Now, while NGF is the specialist that cares for nerve cells, which are specialist cells, Avita's top seller, Celogen from Switzerland, is the best cell therapy supplement to maintain and regenerate the rest of our non-specialized cells, like our organ cells, our immune cells, our bone cells, our blood cells, and everything else. Now, taken together, NGF and Celogen is the best combo supplementation to ensure that we enjoy good cellular health through good regenerations over our lifetime to enjoy our overall well-being. Avita and our Pan-Asian network of distributors are committed to this urgent effort to prevent and slow down neurodegenerations across Asia and the whole world. And we are committed to also promoting preventive wellness through education and marketing with NGF and Celogen and many of our other good wellness solutions. And we welcome each and every one of you here to join us in our effort to co-create a better and a healthier world together. This global concern is basically growing by the year. The market segments to be served by NGF and Silogen alone will far exceed 34.8 billion in the coming decades, propelled by the fast aging populations and coupled with longer lifespan. Now the need globally is huge and growing. And that also means an opportunity with huge potential for all of us. Now with the launch of NGF in the Philippines, we look forward to partnering with our Philippine associate to bring the wellness preventive messages out to the 100 million population, millions and millions of family across the entire Philippines. Take NGF for a healthy autonomic nervous system. Take NGF for a healthy mind, very important, so that we can all live and enjoy a prosperous, productive, joyful, long life. Thank you very much, and may God bless all of us. Thank you. Over to you,
Wow.
Madad.
Wow. Thank you, PA Alvin. What a very comprehensive explanation on how NGF works and how it will benefit all of us. Let's give PA Alvin some love. Can you please click the heart emoji from your reactions?